Hey, what's up? This is me, Nisi of Spoil Me Nisi, back with another video. I hope that you are all doing well. I've been online on YouTube and on Twitter, and for all of us that love Married at First Sight, I'm noticing a trend here. Everyone is pretty much on the same bandwagon of really disliking Chris, and I agree. I'm on that bandwagon as well, but I do have a different opinion about some things. So for this video, I wanted to focus on two of the worst husbands, grooms, or contestants that I have seen on Married at First Sight. I've seen most of the seasons. I think I maybe missed like season 5, I think. So for all of the seasons, I personally feel like Chris and Matt from season 9 are two of the worst, of two of the worst grooms of all of the seasons. Now, which one of them do I feel is worse than the other? Which one of them do I feel is like the biggest jerk of the two? Well, you'll find that out towards the end of this video. So let's get into it. Oh, before we get started, this video may include some spoilers, so just beware, and let's get into it. So I want to start off with Matt. So, okay. If you've seen season 9, Matt and Amber, they started off super cute. They were actually one of my favorite couples on the show. But that slowly changed. Matt kind of seemed a little bit off, Now, there's no doubt in my mind that he was attracted to Amber. I mean, she's super cute, and he never expressed that he wasn't attracted to her. He seemed like he was attracted to her. But he seemed like, he had some playaways, they went on their honeymoon together. It was super cute. She expressed that they had, become intimate with each other, and she loved it, and she had fallen head over heels in love with her new husband. But then once they were off the honeymoon, everything just kind of changed, and he literally cheated on her on the show a few times. He would just not come home. I mean, it was just really messed up to watch. Watching season 9 was like really uncomfortable because you like felt Amber's pain, like all the crying she did on the show, and it could also, it almost made me a little bit angry because it's like, he clearly came on the show to find love. He has this really nice wife, really pretty. Why is he treating her that way? And then the more that you watch it, you realize he literally came on the show to waste everybody's time. When the reunion came, he didn't even have any remorse. He didn't even say sorry. He was just there to waste her time, waste the experts' time, waste the viewers' time. He just wasted everybody's time, and it just got like, just really messy. Matt was literally a hot mess. He really was. And it was just like really hard to watch. So, I was really happy when the reunion came, and we all found out that, they decided not to stay together and they decided to get a divorce. So a fun fact, well, not really fun, but an interesting fact about those two is they actually didn't get a divorce right away. He like drug out the whole divorce process because he didn't want to sign divorce papers without his lawyer present. So according to an article that I read online, they actually just got divorced late last year. I guess Amber was under some impression that he wanted to have like power over her or something like that. He wouldn't let her out of the marriage. Whatever the case may be, thank God she's finally out of the marriage from this man who clearly did not want her, clearly did not like her, never revealed what it was that he didn't like about her. I think it was just more so he wasn't the right fit for the show. This is a clear case of the experts getting it completely wrong, putting him on the show. And it was just like a nightmare season for these two. So yeah, I think that he is like really comparable to Chris. Now let's get to Chris. The difference with Chris and Matt is that Matt was nice from the start. Chris was like bad from Jump Street. As soon as he arrived on the scene of the show, you could just kind of tell, like, what's this guy doing here? He seems like really, really materialistic. Really, he's not really looking for love. He's looking for status. That's really what it seems like he's looking for. Not real love. That's really not what he's looking for. And it was really obvious. Before he had even met Paige, he threw out some red flags, and you can kind of tell because when he was having conversations with the other husbands, he said some very questionable things, on the show, that were just really crazy, and then they get married. He couldn't look her in the face. He talks to her family, her friends rather, and lets her friends know that he's not attracted to her. He doesn't believe that she is a trophy wife. And me personally, I didn't think that was even necessary for him to say that to them. Like, why couldn't he have said, if he felt that she wasn't attractive, he really could have just expressed that to his family. He could have expressed that to them. He really put her friends and, bridesmaids in like a really awkward position. By expressing that to them, and personally, I think that was kind of embarrassing, to have have a guy share something like that with your friends, he could have even asked the producers, like pulled them to the side and expressed how he felt to them, outside of the cameras. I don't know. I just think that the way that he went about that was just really unnecessary, really, just bad, just all around bad, and it was just like really, really hard to watch for sure, but, I know that everyone is really angry with Chris because he's unattracted to Paige and because he expressed that he's unattracted to her. But I just want to say, hold on a second, pump your brakes a little bit, and I'm not defending Chris in any way because I really dislike the person that he's portraying himself to be on the show, but on the other side of things, Chris really cannot help who he's attracted to, I don't think that he's an idiot because he's not attracted to her, because he cannot help that, because in the end, just because he's not attracted to her, that doesn't mean that she's unattractive. It just means that he is not attracted to her, so, I've seen different videos where people say, oh, he's not attracted to her, he's a jerk, he's an idiot. Well, I mean, it's his preference, he doesn't find her physically attractive to him, and that's okay, if that's how he feels, and that's his thing. My only thing is where I feel that he's a jerk is how he went about it. If he met her that day and he felt like he wasn't attracted to her, he shouldn't have had sex with her. He shouldn't have. I'm not even really that mad at him for expressing to her that, he's not attracted to her. I just wish that he wouldn't have shared intimate moments with her and then told her that. I feel like if he was struggling with attraction and things like that, he should have expressed that to her before they had even gotten physical. Because in the end, expressing that to her after she's given her body to him, that's a slap in the face to her. That's disrespectful to her. That's something that could certainly, affect her self-esteem. That was just awful. It was just really terrible, and watching him do that to her, as a woman, I'm not angry because of his lack of attraction. I'm angry because of his lack of care for her feelings. I think that is awful, I've seen like different videos and different comments online where people, pretty much like say that he's colorist and this, that, or whatever. Personally, I don't feel that we know enough about what he was looking for to pin that title on him. So I would have to disagree with that opinion, because who knows what his type is. I know that, there are some pictures circulating online that are his ex-girlfriend, or they say that it's his ex-girlfriend, and she's a little lighter than Paige, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he does not like a person that is Paige's complexion. We don't really know enough about him, and I would much prefer to have like a fair judgment on him. And because of that, I just personally think that maybe she's just not his cup of tea. Excuse me. He just went about it. He just went about expressing it and dealing with that the wrong way. Now, I don't know if I've heard through the grapevine that couples cannot get an annulment on the show. There are some technicalities with everything. But if he felt that strongly about his lack of attraction to her, I feel like he really should have, really sought out the proper way to handle it, as opposed to humiliating her. So yeah, my issue with Chris is not necessarily how he feels, just how he went about it. So all in all, I think both of them are idiots, honestly. I think both of them, the way that they handled their situations, I think both of them handled it wrong. Now, if I had to choose, which one I think is worse than the other, it is hard to say, because at this point, the season is a little bit earlier. So, we already saw Matt act completely out, not show remorse or anything like that, and at this point, Chris has acted out, but he did try to redeem himself a little bit, and he did give an apology. So because of this, at that point, in my humble opinion, I feel that Matt from season 9 still holds the crown, at least in my eyes, as the worst groom on this show. Now, my opinion certainly can change as the episodes, as the episodes go by for this season. We still haven't seen all of Chris. We still haven't seen all of, what he's going to do and how his character is going to be, and, what kind of husband he's going to be to Paige. We still don't know all of that just yet. Just based off of what we know right now, I do like that he apologized to Paige, and that it appears that he's trying to redeem himself, and even though his family does seem a little weird, part of me does feel like, he's just getting off at the wrong foot. He's immature. He's handling this completely wrong, not showing care for her feelings. But it seems as though the talk that he had with his dad brought him back to his senses, and he is trying to, change things around and redeem himself. And I personally believe that a person can always turn things around and redeem themselves. There's always room for a person to make up for it. So because of the fact that he apologized to Paige, and it does show that he is like trying to, step it up and do better, I give him some credit for that, and I do hope that things turn around and he gets better. So yeah, in my opinion, as of right now, as of today, might change. I still say that Matt from season 9 is the complete worst, bigger idiot than Chris, than Chris. So, yeah, that's what I feel about that. If you like this video, if you have any comments to the video, let me know. I would love to talk about it. Make sure that you like this video and subscribe to this channel so that you can get updates whenever I make other videos. And until next time, peace.